Hello, hello. It is time for hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. In July, we're going to create the half star illusion card. For today's project, I'm going to use my free mini Christmas collection, which you can get for free. The link is in the description down below. So here is the completed card. As you can see, it looks very amazing. And I'm going to show you step by step how to create it. So first, let's create the card base. I've got my scoring board and I'm going to use white card measuring 7 by 10 inches. I'm going to score it at 5 inches all the way down to create the card base super quick and simple. If you have 5 by 7 inches card bases, you can use that one as well. Now I'm going to decorate the front of the card. I'm going to create two panels using white card. So the first one will be 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to use my alcohol marker. So here is the scrap piece of copy paper. I'm going to create a red border. It's always a good idea to actually use that alcohol marker on the sides as well, because this way it's going to look professionally finished. When this one is ready, then I'm going to create a second panel slightly smaller. So this 6.5 by 4.5 of an inch. I'm going to assemble them together. And then from my stash, I decided to use two beautiful design papers from a Polish brand, Alter Art. And I'm going to create that panel both for the front and the inside of the card. So when this is ready, now you can see those two beautiful design papers. They just scream traditional Christmas, and I thought they will work so well with my free digital collection. So now I've got the panel measuring 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to assemble it and now I'm going to leave it to dry completely so we can work on the inside of the card for that half star illusion card. So I've got two panels measuring 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 of an inch. Again, I'm going to use an alcohol marker to create a border. This time it's going to be red because I wanted to switch the colors. And again, if you use those alcohol markers, I really recommend you actually color in the edges as well. And if you haven't heard about hashtag FFC Challenge 2023, it is hosted by Monika. All the information are in the description down below. And these challenges are absolutely amazing because every single month we've got a different fancy fold for you. July is dedicated to half star illusion card. There are also other crafters taking part in this collaboration. So now I've got two white panels measuring 6.5 by 4.5 of an inch. I'm going to assemble them and then I'm going to decorate it with the red design paper you saw earlier because I really want that variation, balance and contrast at the same time. How often do you use beautiful traditional Christmas colors for your Christmas makes? Please let me know in the comments down below. So here these panels measure 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 of an inch. And when they are ready, I'm going to assemble them inside of my card. As you can see, I only use my one and only liquid glue because it is a book binding glue and I do have time to maneuver all the elements. In the description down below, I left the links to other crafters taking part in this collaboration. However, two of them this month are not taking part. Even then, I left the YouTube channel so you can see what they actually up to at the moment. So when this is ready, now we have to decorate the inside. So I've got a panel 5.5 by 8.5 of an inch. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 all the way down. Now it will be time to fold it and burnish and decorate it as well. It is super simple. Have you ever created that half star illusion card? If you haven't, I really hope you'll feel inspired. Now I've got two panels measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4. Again, I'm going to use that green alcohol marker to cover in all the edges. And this one was actually inspiration for this fancy fold from Iced Images. And in the description down below, I also left a link to her tutorial, which you can see. And her cut is smaller, but I absolutely love it. So please check it out. So when this is ready, then I'm going to create a panel actually with the design paper because I'm going to have a white border, then green border, and then I'm going to use the design paper. And as you can see, everything will work perfectly fine. And I really hope you'll feel encouraged and create your own half-star illusion card. As I told you, in the description down below, there are links to other amazing crafters and their tutorials. So now I've got two panels measuring 3 3/4 by 5 inches. When they are ready to assemble, then we can create 3 panels for that half-star illusion card mechanism. Super quick and simple. So now let's create those 3 panels. So I'm going to need my scoring board. So as you can see, this will fit beautifully inside. So let's create those very nice strips. So I've got a panel measuring 1 3/4 by 10.5 of an inch. Now I'm going to score it at 2.5, 5 inches, 7.5 of an inch, and 10 inches. I'm going to repeat the process twice. So again, I've got a panel measuring 1 3/4 by 10.5 of an inch. And I'm going to score it at 2.5, 5 inches, 7.5 of an inch, and 10 inches. And when they are ready, now we're going to fold all the score lines, burnish them, and adhere the panels together to have a four-sided shape. Super quick, simple, and very effective. And I really encourage you to check all the crafters taking part in this collaboration and their tutorials. I can tell you that every single design is slightly different. So please have a look. As I told you, all the information is in the description down below, together with that hashtag FFC Challenge 2023 hosted by Monika, PaperMona. If you'd like to take part in this challenge, we also have a Facebook group where you can share your makes there as well. And I encourage you to join our Facebook group. Again, all the information is in the description down below. And if you'd like other crafters checking your beautiful make, use that hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. So when these panels are ready, then I decided to decorate them with the leftover design paper I had. And this time was the green one. So all together, we have to create 6 panels measuring 1.5 by 2 1/4 of an inch. So make sure you only adhere 2 on each of those 3 panels you created. And we only need 6 because the rest of the sides are going to be adhered to the cut and no one is going to see them. So you don't have to be bothered about making more of those small panels. And when they are ready, I'm going to adhere them first inside of the card. And if you have a grid on your mat, that will be super amazing to work with because then you will see exactly where the middle line is. And if you want, you can create those panels slightly smaller. So my idea for this card was to put it in the flat envelope 5 by 7 inches. So now let's get the card. I'm going to get rid of the middle side for the moment and I'm going to use my grid so I can see exactly where to put my elements. So this is the way it's going to be. However, we're only going to see one green element at the moment because if we adhere it this way, it's not going to work. So as you can see, I need a white bit on the right hand side and the other one will be adhered to the red background you can see. So I'm going to place it here. As you can see, I left that liquid glue at the top, but don't worry, I'm going to use it in a moment. So now I'm going to put that liquid glue on the other panel and we can put that top panel. And this will be so easy to do. As you can see, all you have to do is to line up the score lines here and make sure you burnish all that glue. and it folds flat, which I absolutely love. So with the other element we created, it will go in the middle here. So again, we need to put the glue on those white bits and make sure the glue is set before you move on to the next step. I'm just trying to eyeball it exactly where it is. If you want, you can also use a ruler or a grid on your mat. So it looks like a half star card. How cool is that? And now decisions how to decorate your card. So from my mini Christmas collection, which you can get for free, and I left the link in the description down below, I fussy cut all those elements to decorate my card. But before I put any of them, I decided to put the sentiment in the top right corner first, and this one is in Polish using gold mirror card, which says Merry Christmas. And when this is ready, I decided to put Santa, but something was missing. So I thought, let's use a little bit of double-sided foam adhesive. And that works so well. So if you want to make sure some of the elements really stand out on your card, especially at the front, I do encourage you to use that double-sided foam adhesive or 3D gel glue. That really makes a difference. So when Santa is ready, I also thought some leaves would be perfect on the right hand side just for extra interest. This background is busy enough, so I'm not going to put any other elements I fussy cut. However, in the inside of the card, I can go a little bit crazy with all those elements. And if you really like this one, have a look at Buy Me a Coffee website. So now I decided to start with those beautiful small bubbles, and I'm going to put 3 on every single green element. So it will look really nice. I really wanted to avoid 2 exactly the same bubbles next to each other. So as you can see, I'm changing all the bubbles here, and that works so well for this design. If you want, you can also decorate the back of that white panel, but I thought maybe not this time. To be honest, no one is going to see it anyway. So, when these are ready, then as you can see, I've got so many beautiful elements to put inside of my card. And I especially like the bow you can see. It is so beautiful. So I thought, let's put it there. And when it's ready, then I can add some presents as well at the bottom, which I think is really, really cool, and also some holly leaves as well. And the card will be completed, and there will be plenty of space to write your message on the back as well, which I think is really cool, especially for longer, very amazing and personalized messages. I've got 2 candy canes here, and the card will be completed. So please, what do you think about this half-star illusion card? Do you like it? I really, really hope you do. And please don't forget to check all the other crafters taking part in this collaboration. And if you want to take part as well, all you have to do is to use that hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. And don't forget about our Facebook group, which is absolutely amazing, and everyone can share their fancy polls there. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't seen on my channel, I also have other challenge at this moment, which is 12 days of Christmas in July. So I encourage you to have a look at all the other videos. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye for now. Happy crafting!